Hello people of the internet, this is Kaiju Noir here with my review of the second of Tim Burton's films to be released this year, Frankenweenie. Frankenweenie is a remake of a half-hour short film made by Tim Burton himself back when he worked as an animator at Disney. It's funny to think how Burton was fired from Disney because they thought his short film was considered too scary for young viewers. Yet here we are today with Disney going out of their way to have him create a big-budget remake of that particular film. Amusing, isn't it? Oh, by the way, next time I hear someone refer to all stop motion as claymation, they will be receiving a chair to the face. The story of Frankenweenie is pretty much like the original 1984 short, where a young boy named Victor Frankenstein is stricken with grief due to the loss of his dog Sparky after a horrific accident. After witnessing a demonstration on electricity at his school, Victor decides to resurrect his dog to great effect, and tries to keep him a secret from everyone. Here, the plot takes an interesting divergence from the original. Word about his achievement gets out, and other kids try to recreate his experiment with horrifying results. Now Victor has to keep his dog safe and save the town from utter destruction. In the past, Tim Burton has had a great eye for gothic scenery and memorable characters. Here, his talents are certainly not wasted. The movie is a loving tribute to monster movies, from the classic Universal horror films to Gremlins to even Godzilla, and is filled with subtle and not so subtle references and homages to these films. Now, if you've seen my review for Gahara, you know that I'm a sucker for that sort of thing. The movie is also filled with fantastic characters with interesting designs, which was one of the things I loved the most out of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Victor, voiced by Charlie Tahan, is a very relatable character who keeps to himself and puts his interests and hobbies before his social life. He's not completely an outcast, as all the characters have their own quirks that separate themselves from the rest. Victor's neighbor Elsa Van Helsing, voiced by Winona Ryder, is pretty much the same character as Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice, who was also played by Ryder. There were hints that there was going to be some sort of relationship between the two, but nothing really develops between them, which was probably my only disappointment. However, I did not mind it so much since the main focus of the story was Victor and Sparky. Sparky really steals the show in every scene he's in, and will tug at your heartstrings. Perhaps my favorite character has to be Mr. Rizzy Krueger, played by another Tim Burton alumni, Martin Landau, who fans might remember from Ed Wood.
Pull the string! Pull the string!
His speech around the middle of the movie, where he criticizes the townfolk for being so ignorant about science, was awesome and made me feel like giving him a standing ovation. Out of all the movies that I've seen this October, I'd have to say that Frankenweenie has been my favorite. The movie shows that the filmmakers made this with a lot of heart put into the story, and much love for the movies this film pays tribute to. It hits all the right spots for me, and I would gladly recommend this to anyone who loves stop-motion animation, Tim Burton movies, classic Universal monster movies, and gothic scenery. Trust me, this film more than makes up for Dark Shadows. This movie will be my go-to movie for Halloween, as Nightmare Before Christmas has been for Christmas. 5 out of 5. So until next time everybody, take care.